So we're doing a deep dive today on something that is fundamental to modern AV.
Hmm.
How do we get a signal from a source to a screen, especially when they're nowhere near each other?
Right. It's a huge challenge. If you've ever set up, say, a corporate system or even a high-end home theater, you know the pain of trying to send a high bandwidth signal over a long
The
distance.
signal just collapses.
Exactly. For years, you were always fighting that compromise between distance, power, and just the physical difficulty of the install.
And that's where our source material comes in.
Yeah.
We're looking at the PureLink EZH2-050-DT.
It's an HDMI 2.0 cable that really aims to solve all three issues by moving from copper to, well, detachable fiber optics for a 50-meter run.
Okay, so let's unpack that first piece, distance and bandwidth. When we look at the numbers on this thing, it's pretty serious.
It is.
We're talking 4K resolution
At 60 frames per second.
over the entire 50 meters. And it's maintaining a massive 18 Gbps data rate.
And what's really crucial about that 18 Gbps is the quality it preserves. This cable supports 4.4.4 color.
So for you listening, what does that actually mean?
It means zero compression. I mean, most long-distance solutions, they have to drop down to 4.2.2 or 4.2.0.
Which looks fine for, just watching a movie.
Sure, but if you're doing anything with graphics, color grading, high-end cinema, 4.4.4 is non-negotiable. It's pure, uncompromised fidelity.
And it seems to tick all the modern boxes, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's fully HDMI 2.0 compliant, supports HDCP 2.2 for all the streaming services.
Yeah, and HDR, high dynamic range.
So the numbers look great, but this is the part that interests me. How are they pushing 18 gigs 50 meters away without, those bulky repeaters or an external power brick?
And that's the second problem solved, power. The whole thing is plug and play,
Really?
which is a huge engineering feat. It draws, at maximum, only 250 milliwatts of power.
Wait, 250 milliwatt. That's all it takes to drive an optical conversion for 18 gigs over 50 meters.
That's it. It just sips that tiny bit of power directly from the source's HDMI port. It's a huge leap in efficiency.
So you don't need to run a separate power line. That means fewer things can go wrong in the install.
Absolutely. And while it's doing all that, it's also maintaining pass-through EDITed.
The handshake.
A handshake, exactly. It's how your display tells the source what it can handle, resolutions, frame rates. Keeping that conversation perfect over a long fiber run is essential for a stable system.
Okay, so we've covered distance and we've covered power. But there's that third big headache for installers, the physical installation itself.
And this is maybe the most practical breakthrough of the whole product.
What's that?
The heads, the actual HDMI connectors on both ends. They're detachable.
Which means?
It means the cable itself is just a thin, durable fiber strand. So when you're pulling cable through a tight conduit or a wall...
You're not trying to jam that bulky HDMI plug through a tiny hole.
Exactly. You risk damaging the connector. It takes forever. With this, you just pull the thin fiber, then snap the heads on at the endpoints. You're done.
The source material calls that the ultimate convenience and manageability.
And it really is. It's perfect for those tough corporate jobs, digital signage, or even a super clean home theater rack where cable management has to be perfect.
So to sum it up for you, the EZH2-050-DT gives you that massive 18 Gbps speed over 50 meters with no external power and this key design feature, the detachable heads. That makes a real-world install so much easier.
And if you need that specific 50-meter length, the source notes an MSRP of about $800.
So where does this all point? What's the bigger picture?
Well, you can already see the technology moving forward. This is an HDMI 2.0 solution, but the source material also mentions the EZH8 series.
Which are HDMI 2.1.
Right. They're pushing towards a massive 48 Gbps bandwidth.
So here's a thought for you to take away. If today we can get zero compression 4K at 60 frames over 50 meters, how soon until 8K at 60 hertz just becomes the baseline?
The expectation for these long fiber runs, the infrastructure for tomorrow's displays is it's already being built.